All right, the second W-2 we're being given is a person named Oski Bear who works for the University of California, Berkeley. And the address that Oski lives at is 951 Bears Road, Berkeley, California, 94720. It shows the wages and tips in box 1 are $41,770.30. So we're going to take this information from Oski's W-2 and we're going to go up and click on the other 1040 form. This is another single person. Oski Bear. Is that big enough for you guys? Let me zoom in. And address comes from under his name on the W-2. So 951 Bears Road, Berkeley. And that was in Berkeley, 94720. And then the social security number is also on there. And that's, oh, it's really small. Do you see it there? 999-99999. Fake social security. And there are 7 digits in a social security number. There's 3 with a dash, then 2 with a dash, then 4. So always put 7 digits. Okay, notice we're not filling anything for the joint return. There's no spouse's social security number, and there's no foreign country name. We have no digital assets, no Bitcoin. We cannot have anyone else claim us, and we are not blind. We have no dependents, so this entire section is still blank. We now go to line 1A, and we get that from the W-2 box 1. Wages, tips, and other compensation is $41,770.30. Because we don't have any of these other types of incomes, line 1Z says to add up the rest. So it's a like, and by the way, I'm not putting these zeros, but these are just literally all zeros because we don't have any of these other incomes. Most people do not have any of these incomes. So that's why it's so easy to do your own taxes if all you have is one W-2. So again, I don't have any of these 2A, 2B, 5A, 5B, whatever. None of these other incomes. You can put zeros or not. And then the capital gain or loss. Nope, I have not purchased or sold anything. No other income. So add lines 1Z through, this is your total income. So again, it's a lot of adding zeros. So 41,770.30 shows up yet again. And then finally it says to subtract this line from line 9. Well, so most people's tax returns are pretty simple like this and use the same number 4 times. Now line 12 comes from the standard deduction box. And again, it's the same number we used before. A single person has a standard deduction of $12,950. And then we do the hardest math on this assignment today. We subtract. Take 41,770.30 and subtract 12,950. We get 28,820.30. Side 1 is done. We're now going to use this number to start off the next page. Remember that in order to fill in line 16, we need this taxable income, and we need to go to the tax table and find how much this tax is going to be for this taxable income. So we're looking now for $28,820. You're going to scroll down on the tax table until I went way too far. 28,000. And it's 28,000. Remember, we're still in the single filers column. So this first column here. And 28,820, we're going to be in between these two right here. Do you see it? And so in the single filers column, it says my tax amount is 3,254. And that's how I get line 16. I have to look up the number from line 15 on the tax table. Amount from Schedule 2, again, this doesn't apply. Add lines 16 and 17, same. Child tax credit, no children yet. No Schedule 3 for me. Add lines 19 and 20. Subtract line 21 from line 18. Well, this is some pretty easy subtracting. And no other taxes. This is your total tax. Notice it's the same number for most people in all 4 places, people who have simple tax returns with only one W-2. Okay, now we go get how much federal income tax has been withheld from my paychecks. Let's go look at my W-2. My W-2 says 1802.47. Do you see it here in the top right corner? It says federal income tax withheld, 1802.47. Uh-oh, are you seeing what I'm seeing? I owe $32.54, but I only paid $1802.47. This is not like the last return. We are not getting a refund. We owe. Again, because none of this other stuff applies, you're following all the directions here, but it says to add up the lines, blah, 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 for 32, 27, 28. All that is just 0. Okay, now we filled in line 34 on the last return because we had a refund, because it said if line 33 is more than 24. But this time, line 33 is less than 24. So that pushes us down here into the amount you owe. So instead of being in the refund category, now we're going to the amount we owe, and we fill in line 37. So we still do, the hardest math on this assignment is subtract, but this time we're subtracting to see how much we have to pay back instead of how much we get as a refund. Not as fun. So 1451.53, and you have to send that money in when you file your return. This is money I have to have in my bank account in order to send in. So that's it for this return. I just need to sign and date it and put in an occupation for Bear Oski. And my period 2 said if he works at UC Berkeley and his name is Bear, that they think his job should be the mascot for the Cal Bears. Okay, make sure you signed and dated your paper copy, and this tax return is done. How'd you do?